Hello everybody, Fish bells and the sounds of the electro stars driving off. Welcome to Faversham, as per the sign says, which is quite nice. Yes, it is finally here, the Southeastern high speed London to Faversham route, finally, which I know a good many of people have been waiting for. I've definitely been waiting for this. I've actually been hoping since Trains in World, the first one, that this would be implemented at some point, and I am happy to say it is finally here. So we've got Javelin coming in there, and this is going to be our train, obviously, once the other one comes in. So we're going 375 Electro Star unit, which is different to the other one. I just know these as Electro Stars because I'm not really a big fan of them, so I don't really take much interest in the types of them. Now these, I do like these. Class 395 Javelins, made by Hitachi Rail. They are part of the A-Train the A-Train family of Hitachi high-speed trains, which I have actually recently had a look at the A-Trains because I was getting overexcited for this, so I have actually had a look at the A-Trains. They are ugly. They are not the greatest looking trains. I really do not like them, but these are definitely a lot nicer. And the only reason that they're part of the A-Train family is because they have the same chassis. If I remember that correctly. So, these are our trains, 375910 and 375914. Oh, it's just getting busy here, isn't it? I'm just going to watch this quickly going up. There it is. I know it's still saying, but I'm going to head down to the front and set the cab up and get ready to move. This is going to be a service to Raynham, Rochester, wrong one. So this is, we are taking this up to as far as Rochester, as this will be carrying on to London Victoria. Whether it says that or not on the sign is beyond me. It does not, so we're going to have to set that up, which we can do that just like on the East Coast Way Electro Stars. We can set these ones up. So before I do any of that, I am going to quickly start up the AWS. It's going to be ringing for a second. Everything else is already set. Right, as soon as that's green, we can turn the DRA off. Once it's sat there, we are going to look for L. There's L, there it is, there's London Victoria. Confirm location, location set. That should be on the sign now. There we go. Right. Open the window so we get a nice sound. Set that to forwards. We'll take the brake off and off. Just get it moving so the coupling doesn't stretch too much, and got it. Right, so we're off. We're now leaving Faversham, heading over to Sittingbourne. I don't know why, but you may notice just in the background there's that little audio popping that you tend to get with the preserved collection mostly, which is kind of disappointing that's on here, but those are brakes, I guess. I have found, because I have been having a go at this before I did this one to give it a try, I have found that if you just pop out, pop back in, it stops for a brief amount of time. It's better than nothing. Anyway, so the interior model of this looks nice. It looks a little bit lightened up comparing to the other Electrostars on the East Coast way. I can't really remember what it's called now because I haven't actually played it for a while. But yeah, everything's lightened up. The model design is a lot smoother. The paintwork's a lot nicer. I've got to admit the Southeastern livery is... This Southeastern livery is a lot nicer. Weirdly enough, I actually remember seeing 910 getting dragged past my local station when they were getting the liveries changed over. Which is quite nice, being pulled by a 37. I believe it was rail operations. It's always rail operations. Yeah, that was quite nice to see. Wouldn't mind seeing Javelin up here, but in a couple of this time next year, summer next year, we should be actually getting some IETs up this way. Up on the Midland Main Line is where I am situated near. So, hazard a guess what my first livery that I'm going to create on here is going to be. Oh, and I am going way too quick. Oh, no I'm not. Sorry, I'm getting mixed up with the signs. I'm not reading the signs properly. I'm too busy yammering and looking at everything. I've only played the introductions and I'm really just looking around at everything. So far, everything here looks nice. It's fairly well populated scenery wise. Everything looks as nice as it can be with the physics engine, the game engine. That's the one. It's not quite bad. It's a lot nicer than most, than a few of the routes. The sound design is okay. I have noticed a couple of things, like especially on the Javelin. I haven't tried it on here yet, but on the Javelin, the windscreen wipers don't make any noise at all. The interior sound seems a little bit too... It seems just a little bit too off. There's something a bit off about it. It might be fine, but something just feels a little bit off about it. I'm not quite sure what, but that could just be me. What else is there? The models of both the trains are very, very well done, in my opinion. They are. I have already said that they are a lot better than previous models. They're even better than the TGVs. I know the TGVs are only like a month or so old at this point, but even so, the models on here look a lot cleaner and tidier and that little bit more realistic, in my opinion, than even the TGVs look. Again, sound design's alright. I'm speeding. Sound design's alright. Obviously, the obvious thing I have noticed thing with the ballast on HS1. Here it's nice. It's a bit scruffy and a bit dirty, as it would be. Some of this grassy bit looks a bit off. Some little tidbits look a little bit unfinished, but then again, I have heard that they are fixing a few things on here, so most stuff that I am talking about, just assume that it's getting fixed. Or if you notice anything that I haven't noticed, again, just assume it's getting fixed. Pretty sure it's going to be fine. As we'll start slowing down for Sittingbourne, we are coming in a bit... actually, no, we're not coming in too bad. We can probably just... No, that was the wrong one. I went too far back. Put the emergency brakes on. Of course I did. because I'm not concentrating as per usual. Anyway, I made it into Sittingbourne. I'll just pull us up a little bit, and I will show you something that hasn't actually been happening. It's you'll only ever find this thing that I'm going to show you on the Bakerloo line. It hasn't been implemented in any of the other stuff as far as I'm aware currently, but they are working on it, and it is a stupid small little thing, but it gives a bit of life to everything, and it makes me very happy to see it, because if I'm doing a free roam thing or I just want to stand at the station, I can see when the next thing's coming up, and you'll see it. Well, you'll know what it is now, because I've just pretty much described what it does. Just, that was a bit early. Hold on, mate. So, if we just walk down here. There you go. I think I'm a bit stupid for getting a bit overexcited about this, but look. Display boards. Full working display boards. You can go into the free roam, it'll work. You can set up your own scenario, it'll work. It's, if it says I'm on time, because I'm on time. If I'm running a bit too late, it will change to delayed. It is dynamic of where your train is. So if you are a bit further behind than you are supposed to be, it will say that you're delayed. I'm not really quite sure if it says by how many minutes you're delayed, if that's the thing on it, but it will say you're delayed, which is good. I'm assuming when you drive off, it'll just like switch over to whatever's coming up behind you, especially in free roam. It has time you're supposed to turn up, and the time that the next train and the train after that is going to show up, which is a nice little touch. Again, yes, I am aware, it's just a silly little bit, just a board with some numbers and words on it, but it's it does liven it up a bit, and it does make things a little bit easier to know when things are coming, instead of waiting around hoping to God it turns up soon, so you do know how long you have to wait now. If you are doing a bit of free roam or rail spotting in the in the free roam. What else is there? There's the signals. The signals are looking nice. There's a bit of a mishmash of them. As you can see there are the new signals, the new LED type signals. When you get into Ebbsfleet, I think it's Ebbsfleet. No, not Ebbsfleet. No, I'll just come off of this one. The Chatham main line onto the Southeast Kent main line. I think that's what it's called. I'm not actually quite sure. Also, tangent, that track that just broke off there takes you up to Sheerness, which is not implemented in this route. For some bloody reason, they haven't put it in. But I guess it is because it's just it is said London to Faversham, not London to Faversham and or Sheerness. But I am hoping that later on in the day they like a DLC or something that you can just add Sheerness onto this route. But whether they do something like that is up to them, honestly. Yeah. What else is there? There's what was I going on about? There's the signals. So you've got the newer LED signals back there. You've got more of the slightly more traditional bulb ones as you come off down from down into Strood, Higham, Gravesend, and into Ebbsfleet, and then obviously after Ebbsfleet you have the TVM signalling, which is not implemented on the Electrostar. Just going too fast, just in case you didn't know. That is implemented on the Javelins. That is the same signalling system as on the LGV route, Marseille to Avignon. It's the same. It is actually completely the same, other than the display readout, which has slight different numbering. As on the LGV you got 320 kilometers an hour, but on here the fastest you would be going would be 140 miles per hour, which is 225 kilometers an hour. So obviously where you step down 320 to 300 to 230, I think it's 270, 230, 200, 170, 160, so on and so forth. This one is 225, 200, and then 170 or 160 depending on where you're going, same as TGV from that point, from the 200 point. So other than that, completely the same. You got the same warning system, the same signalling system, everything, it all works together. You can have the AWS and the KV, whatever it's called, the TVM equivalent of it, of AWS, working all at the same time, so there's no need to sort of have to get up and switch them over, turn them off and all that, because obviously when you come into St Pancras, in and out of St Pancras, you have to switch over to signalling on the move, and I'm pretty sure they won't want you doing that, getting up, going over to the thing, switching the keys out and changing the dials whilst you're moving. Be a very stupid idea. And I'm rambling and was going just a little bit too slow, so either I'm speeding or I'm not speeding enough. It may run a little bit behind. Because of my incompetence of driving whilst talking. But we'll see. We shall see. We are approaching Raynham. We'll start braking in a second. I might actually put it into step 1 now, just to bring the speed down a bit, so we don't have to panic when we get there. Although that has actually slowed down a fair bit. Already Yep. Okay, right, so we are approaching Raynham. I have obviously been ignoring whistle boards because there are a lot of whistle boards usually before this point. I will do the whistle here, not the whistle, the horn, sorry, as there isn't a whistle board here, but there is a crossing in front of Raynham, as you will see in but a second. There it is. Put this into 3, let's not put into 4 again. I keep getting confused on that one. I keep thinking 4 is fine, but apparently it's emergency. And it just lets you go straight into it. Nearly. That's not too bad, 7 yards. As long as I'm on the platform, on both ends. Yeah. Fine. So I'm on the platform, somewhat close to the board. Board's in sight, so I'll take that as a win. Yep, this is Raynham. Nice little station, I do like it. The platform's nice, it's very basic, just a couple of platforms with a footbridge and that. But I do like it, and we will be approaching I think it's Gillingham. Yeah, Gillingham is next. Shut the window for a minute. Oh yeah, that's another thing. If I'll do this while we're leaving. I've got a clue. Yes, clear signal. Right, so cab light on. Close this door. Your cab light comes on. Oh, closed version of the cab light comes on. Not your one, it's the corridor one, but still, it's quite nice because when you're in a tunnel, if you need a little bit of extra light, unlike on the Southeastern Coastway, the East Coastway, sorry, you can't do this light unless you fiddle about with the classic controls and that, so it is kind of not, and you can't close this whilst you're moving either, so it's kind of nice just to get that little bit extra light if you need it. Yep, so next stop, Gingham, which is also a very nice station. For the heard there are they have just like on the East Coast Way and the Bakerloo line, they have implemented the if you are not on a further up each track, the power will cut out, and then everything will shut down, and then once you come back on, everything will start back up again. Which again is a very nice touch, and I am glad that they put that in from the start. But yeah, it's a very nice route. I am really enjoying it. Not really sure what else to talk about now. I don't know. Electrostars, Boo. Yeah, they're all right, I guess. The trains, I like trains, but Electrostars are one of those ones that they just seem to be everywhere now, and they're also very bland. They're just very boring looking trains, in my opinion. There's probably somebody out there who's like has a good fascination about Electrostars, and more power to you, I guess, but they just aren't my kind of train. I like trains with a bit of character on them, a bit of like javelins. Yeah, they are a bit bland, but they got a bit of something going for them. Oh, 137 miles. Yes. Again, I will iterate, I have been having a go on this already to try it out. And I did try recording this already, and I messed up. Kept smacking through a signal on a different scenario, and it was really annoying me, so I came off it, came onto this one, recorded this one instead, because I haven't actually done this one yet, so yeah. That's the Gillingham crossing, and there's a beautiful javelin. Still better than the Great Western IETs, in my opinion. Less prone to breaking down, less prone to being annoying. That is also a thing I noticed. Like I was saying, when you come off rail, your power and your auxiliary stuff sort of powers down. You can hear it sort of slowing down, the fans whirring down, and everything sort of just stopping. But for some reason, it seems to be there. It just seems to not. It seems to just stop. And then never turn back on again. So if that does happen, when you stop here, or even if you're on the move, it has worked on the move, just hold that to put your shoes up and close the circuit for a few seconds, just make sure they do come up, and then hold this, and then hold the shoes down for a sec, and it all starts back up again. I've got no idea why it does it. It does it again a bit down here. Don't know. Just like I said, assume it's been fixed. As you know, this train does also come with a wall. And the exterior. Very nice. As we all know it to be. It is just like the East Coast Way one, it does come with a whistle. Which is also very nice. That's another thing, the javelins also come with a depot whistle now, because this is as it is, as the route is pretty much right now. Trains as well, the upgraded trains as well, as they have all been upgraded over the years. As I have said with these, they have had deliveries done, they have had a couple other bits put in, A couple of years ago, the Javelins as well have had an upgrade in the last few years. They've had some little tidbits put in. The depot whistle's been put in. There's a couple of other little bits have been put in and changed on that with these trains. So comparing to Train Simulator's version of this route, you may notice a couple of little differences, like these little stickers. I assume they've probably been there most of the time anyway, but it is quite nice to just sort of see them. See like a little bit more of reminders and signage, you know, all that good stuff. So yeah, it's nice. Dovetail's done a very good job with this route. It's a nice length of route. It's not too long. Well, I would prefer it if it was longer. But it's I'm rambling again, forgetting what speed I'm doing. It's it would be nice if it was a bit longer, or if they would have also implemented the St Pancras to Ashford. Even that would have been good to have that as well, because quite honestly, I was thinking that even when the first iteration of this route came out on the original Train Simulator, I was like, oh, why can't I just put in the high speed one? You know, just add that in or something. But they never did, obviously, and they've probably got their own reasons for it. But I would like to do that. I can understand why there's no Eurostar, because it's Eurostar. They're not going to hand out their licenses very easily. They probably don't want to. But the E300s we might get a chance of having at some point in time, because they now work with some of them now work with a run by SNCF, which are the grand old lads and lasses that run the TGV duplexes and used to run the far superior, in my opinion, TGV Atlantiques. Excuse me, bloody Atalantas, yes. France now has the Class 180 Atalante running at 200 miles per hour down the LGV with no issues at all. Which should be a first for an Atalante. I do say that they're not doing too bad on the Midland Main Line at the moment, but that's just because EMR better than everyone else, in my opinion, but at least with like timings and maintenance wise. As far as I'm aware, they are better than Hull trains anyway, so, with maintenance. I think if we took their the Paragons off of them for a while and had them, we'd even probably do better with them than they're doing with them now. But that is just my opinion. I'm sure somebody else has another opinion. There's probably some other companies better at maintenance, but that is for me to witness. Yeah, this isn't really competition though, is it? It's all opinions. It's all fine to give your opinions out here. Doesn't matter who you like, who you don't. You can like the Island Line. The Island Line's actually pretty good, although it's about to not be, because they've now just gotten rid of the 38 stock the old tube trains and replaced them with those battery powered third rail weird things, which I know are also X-tube trains, but in this configuration that they're in, they just look, well, wrong. But that's my opinion. They don't look old enough. The Island Line makes me think of like the old days of rail, and now they're sticking some modern thing onto it, but then saying that the 38 stock were falling apart. Which also, funnily enough, they are run by these very people that run this line as well, Southeastern. Because God help if they were being run by Southern, because I'm pretty sure we can all agree that if they were being run by Southern, they would never actually leave the depot because they'd have to be late by about a week. Well, I keep sort of stopping a little bit over where I should be, but at least I've got some consistency on where I'm stopping. Anyway, right, while we're here, let's just have a quick look at the interior. It's not too bad. Little bit bland, but other than it's not horrible. I think actually that is pretty much sort of how it is anyway. Alright. Just quickly one thing, it's just something free, it's turn you off. Yep, turn you off because we don't have to actually turn the whole thing off because somebody else will be taking over. Let's open door, see the train, goodbye. Right, so that was the Faversham to Rochester. Come on. Faversham to London Victoria, going only as far as Rochester. So if we have a look at times here, so Sittingbourne got there on time, Rainham on time, Gillingham on time, Chatham on time, Rochester little bit early, but not too bad. Stopping to okay, Sittingbourne was terrible because I really messed up there. Rainham not too bad. Gillingham 3 yards, that's 4 yards, it's good enough. Chatham near 2.5 yards, not too bad. Rochester 3 yards, I mean it's not too bad. It's pretty hard. It's not too bad considering it went a bit wrong at one point. So I've obviously managed to hold it together. Yeah. Well, that's the first look at the Chatham line bit. I'll probably do the high speed bit next. At least I'm going to go work on the livery of what the Auroras, the EMR Auroras will be taking on when they come into service in 2023. Well, they should actually already have delivery on by the time they come in for testing in summer 2022. So that's something to look forward to. So it'll be the full aubergine livery. I might also do one in the intermittent livery that the Meridians have and the 180s have at the moment. Because I quite like that one as well, but we'll see. We'll see. So, I'll see you in the next one.